Good morning and welcome back to the Freehold Angler. I'm once again back on the Bristol Avon today for a short session after roach and chub possibly. The river's up more than last time I came down here with the rain last week. It's very cold. I must have found a little slack where fish were falling out of fish out of, so I'm going to give that a go first of all. There's an 11-foot feeder rod, £6 main line, sorry, £6.5 main line. A £6 bottom, the size 6 hook, and that's starting off on a piece of bread flake. I'm going to introduce mashed bread for about 10-15 minutes into the spot and then give it a go, and hopefully I might get one first cast, although it is a lot more colour than I was hoping. So I don't know if those children will have it in these conditions. It's very cold. We've had all that frost over the last week, and we've also had all that snow and stuff, so I don't know what the temperature is, only about 3 or 4 degrees, so I think it could be a struggle. I blanked last time out when I was piking, but we'll give it a go and hopefully get a nibble. Well, it's not very nice. It's starting to hammer down the rain now, and I hate fishing in the rain now. I'm getting older, but being in the UK, there's not a great deal you can do about that because it rains a lot, doesn't it? So on my first cast, I spent a bit less than what I wanted to, putting a bit of feed in, about 5 minutes, putting some mashed bread down there on the inside line. I've gone on size 6 up, a piece of bread with a bit of crust on and a bit of normal bread, crusty bread should we call it, off a sliced loaf, and I haven't had a touch yet, but I'm sure it's very coloured, more than I would have liked it. I've probably been a bit clearer in this, all the frost and cold we've had. But we'll give it a go. I'll try bread first of all, and then I might try the cheese. Maybe in this cold water they might prefer a bit of cheese. I've also got some maggots. I'm really struggling. I'll put on a smaller couple of maggots just to save a blank, I suppose, but I'll try with the big baits first. I'm not going to be down here too long today because it's not very nice. I'll probably give it to about 1 o'clock, try a couple of spots, and yeah, see what we got on. The weather forecast isn't good for next week, so I think a lot of rivers are going to be out looking at it. And I think next time out I'll be on the River Ray, but I wanted to get down here. We've only got a couple of months left of the season, and get on the Avon and use my membership really. And looking at the weather, I didn't think there'd be many times I'll get down here to fish. So we'll keep going, and I'll get back to you when I've got something to say. Cheers. Well, I haven't caught a fish yet. Missed a few bites on bread, only little taps. And I put on a maggot sip to the bread, so there might be some small fish down there. I'm going to change the cheese in a sec. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to go on a little maggot feeder down here, just to see if I can winkle a fish out before I have a move around. I'll see you in a bit. First bite hit, and a nice little roach on single maggot. Well, I've moved to a different spot now. I just got too cold where I was, so exposed, and the wind had increased. Freezing cold, bitter wind, oh so cold, felt like about -10. I had a couple of roach, and then I snagged the rig up and had to set up again, and it was just so cold I couldn't even feel my hands at all to even tie a hook on. So I ended up coming down here to this other bit, which I've had some good days on this peg before years ago. I've had some nice days fishing on here, and plenty of roach and chub, and I remember catching a flipping great big perch out of here once, many years ago. So there's a nice slack in front, which you never know, a few fish might be showed up in. I'm trying bread first of all, and then might go on the maggot, but at the moment my hands are so cold I can't tie any hook on, so I'm trying to warm myself up before I mess around trying to go on the small hook and double single maggot. But I'll try bread here first of all, and then if this doesn't work I'll start knocking it, knocking a few pegs on the head on the way back to the car. But yeah, it's been a struggle. I've only had 2 roach and missed a couple of bites. Well, I don't know if you can see down there by that outflow pipe, but it looks to me, I might be wrong, there's lots of brown stuff coming out of it and bits of white, which to me looks like bits of toilet paper, and the brown stuff is, well, it might be other stuff. I'm pretty sure you can imagine what that is. I might be wrong. Obviously, it could be something else that looks like it, but there's a bit of a funny smell around here as well, and I really think that white stuff looks like dissolving toilet paper. You can see it all along the top, and I have noticed since all this stuff seems to be floating down here, the bites have gone off. I was getting a few beforehand, but I'm getting sod all now, and I'm sure that's sewage waste from the old drainage system coming out in the water, which can't be good for the fishing, can it? And there's another pipe further up. You can see all the bubbles coming down. Now that started on about a couple of hours ago. It wasn't before that. And there's another pipe further up. And I reckon that's more coming out the drainage system. So, what do you think of all that stuff going in the water? Are you surprised when the bites dry up, or maybe the fish is eating because it used to be? Definitely worth thinking about, isn't it? To tell you the truth, James Brown was old until Eric B and Rakim came out with I've Got Soul, grade 12.